I've put together these two Christmas garlands in traditional colours in blue and golds, and I'm going to show you how to cut holly, mistletoe and poinsettia. At the end, I'll show you how to build the garland itself using mini gems and microdots for berries and also for buds. Once it's completed, you could actually put it onto a candle lamp, maybe round a glass vase or at the base of a mirror. You could even use it round a plant pot and then fill the pot with a lovely Christmas poinsettia. I've cut the glass down into the sizes I require for my leaves, otherwise it's too much waste. And as you can see, I've got all the blues and yellows and whites here. To start cutting the holly, I'm going to take out this corner and this one, and then the two top corners. Then I'm going to take out the middle, and I should end up with a shape roughly like this, with the round blades giving me these curves. Take a piece of glass and your wheeled mosaic nippers, hold them low down and let the spring do the work of pulling the blades open. Place the blades onto the corner and snip. Hold your piece tightly, and then the next corner, and now the two top corners. You end up with a piece like that. Now take out the sides, and you have a holly leaf. Now continue to keep cutting leaves until you have enough for your project. Sweep up all your bits and splinters on a regular basis. This is to stop you getting splinters in your hands when you're working, and also you can keep all these. We'll be using them later on. Start on your contrasting colour. I'm using this dark blue. Take out the top corner, and the next one, and the next two, and now the two sides. And there you have your dark blue. Sweep up your desk regularly and keep all your little bits in pots or on trays. I use these little cat food foils. You'll be using them later on and reshaping them for other leaves and buds. Next we're going to do mistletoe, and again we're going to use contrasting colours. Right, this is more or less where I want the cuts to make the mistletoe. Wheeled nippers are never going to give you these lovely straight curves, but you could do this with a pen cutter. Wheeled nippers are more likely to give you a wavy line. Place your nippers onto the side of the glass at an angle, and then increase the angle each time, so you're going from the top corner with a wider end. You can see I've got these long pointy wedges, and you can take this point off as well if it's really sharp. Just nip it off with the cutters. Right, take off the excess that you don't need. Using the round part of the blade, and let the spring open and close the jaws, and hold the nibs down as low as you can. Put it right on the edge of the glass and gently nibble away at the edges with the blades. Continue to wet the pieces you've cut. And with this one, take out the excess that you don't need at the top. And then use the blades to shape it more the way you want it. Take off the point if it's really sharp, and this little curve in the center could go. And just keep going until you've built up enough leaves for your project. This is how your mistletoe will look, and you can add a little stalk, make it look more realistic. Next, we're going to move on to poinsettia. As you can see, I've got two different golds here, which I've cut into rough triangles. And we're going to reshape these to create our petals. Take one of the shapes, and from the bottom wider corner, just snip off the end so you have a long, elongated diamond. I've taken the sides out of this one to give it a bit more shape. There we go. And just keep going. So take out the top corners again. Maybe want a bit of shaping around the outside. And they fit together like that. I'm taking out the sides to give them more shape because poinsettia petals don't have smooth edges. You don't always need to use new pieces of glass. You can rummage through your colour boxes and scrap boxes for these pieces. And keep working around until you have enough petals to create one full circle. Now we're going to work with our contrasting colour to create the row of petals that lie under the top. We're cutting in the same sort of style, but they're going to be shorter because half the petal will be covered by the upper ones. And keep going until you've completed the full circuit. Now we're going to have a look through all these scraps and find little triangles to fit in here around the outside. So this would be the golden petals underneath showing through. As you can see, tweezers are very handy for this part. You may need to cut some extra if you can't find pieces to fit. Next, I'm going to cut some tiny little pieces of white for the stamens in the centre of the poinsettia.